Hey everyone, Nolan Jax here. So today I'm going to be talking about the most common lies that I've seen bar girls tell customers. Now these are things that I've had happen to myself, but also that I've seen happen to other people. Now I'm going to preface this whole video with saying that I completely understand where these girls are coming from. At the end of the day, for them, it is a job where they have to make money to pay the bills, potentially support their family. But I just want to let you know that these are things that you could potentially hear if you are coming to one of these bars. Also, I am situated up here in Chiang Mai, and so these will really be location specific to Chiang Mai. Chiang Mai is not really the same as the south, as Pattaya, Bangkok, or Phuket, as it's not as intense. And so it doesn't have all the same issues they have down there, but they still have the same general idea. Anyways, let's get into it. So these lies I see happening in three main stages. Now the first is going to be once you meet the girl. Once you either get dragged in off the street by her or by one of her friends, or once you sit down in the bar and she starts talking to you. Now the number one thing she'll lie about is her age. And this unfortunately happens in two different ways. She'll either lie up because she's too young, or she'll lie down because she wants to become more appealing. Now unfortunately, a lot of girls here work when they're underage. It's not a pretty part of the bar industry here, and it's something that they are cracking down on. Fortunately, they did a big crackdown on a bar here in Chiang Mai itself that was having underage girls working, and so that's good, but it is something that does happen, or at least has happened in the past. And so you have to be mindful of that because they may be under 20. Now 20 is the legal age to drink and sit with a customer here in Thailand, and so if they are under 20, they maybe will say that they're 23 or something. And so that is a commonplace thing to happen. Hopefully less common, because obviously young girls that young, you do not want working in these bars, because that's just not acceptable at all. The other way it happens is girls will lie down. So maybe they're 30 or mid-30s, and they'll lie saying that they're in their 20s. And they do this for more of a customer-centric reason. They want the customers to think that they're younger so that they'll want to build a relationship or keep coming to see this girl who's a 20-year-old Thai girl, so they could potentially see the customer more often and therefore get more money out of him. And so these are some things that you really have to worry about, or maybe just be mindful of. And now the one difficulty as well is that Thailand doesn't work on the same calendar that the West does. Their calendar is completely different. Now, of course, it's still linear, so you can still do the math. But if you look at an ID, if a girl does show you her ID, you're not going to recognize, or you probably won't recognize the date right off the bat, as it's a couple hundred years different. So it is something to keep in mind. Well, the next thing, and the one thing that you've seen all over Facebook, all over YouTube, and if you've been here, you've heard it all the time, is handsome men. And unfortunately, they say this to all the guys. So you're not special just because they say you're handsome. To expand on this, there also is the fact that sometimes if you are a bigger guy, they might say that they like pompoi. Pompoi means fat, essentially. And so they might say that that's what they like. They prefer a man to be a bit bigger. Because obviously a lot of the American men, not myself included, I'm not American, but I'm not skinny by any means. I wish I was, but I'm not. And so they'll say this to hopefully gain some more of your favor, make you like them a bit more, maybe think that you have a chance. Maybe you want to have a relationship with her, and so maybe now you'll be thinking that that could be possible. And they're always trying to keep the possibility of something more in your mind. Obviously, that is kind of the game that they're playing. They're trying to play that, make it seem like there could be a relationship that comes out of this. Now, if you are in Chiang Mai, please come to the Loi Kra Boxing Stadium. It's right before Chang Klan on Loi Kra Road. There's fights here 4 days a week, and I have a brand new bar just opened last week right at the back of the boxing stadium itself. It's a great atmosphere and it's a lot of fun. The thing I love about Chiang Mai and the lady bars here is it's not as intense, I guess you could say, as Pattaya or Bangkok. There's not as much of a push and not as many, physically not as many girls to be as aggressive as it is down there. So you can have a lot more relaxed environment, still have fun with girls, still enjoy the night, have some drinks, maybe watch some fights, enjoy the company of a beautiful woman, but it's not as pressured, it's not as intense. So please, if you are in the area, come stop on by. Now stage 2 is going to be getting to know you, or rather you getting to know them and wanting more from them. And so the common lies they tell you are all about kind of their situation. Are they in a relationship? Most girls will say they're not, but a large percentage of them are. From an owner's standpoint, it's very weird to see a girl get dropped off on the motorbike by her boyfriend, only for her to be sitting with a guy kissing him 5 minutes later. But obviously, they don't want you to know that, because they're trying to build that relationship with you where you can think that there could be something more. And so they'll tell you that they don't have a boyfriend. Along with that is they'll tell you they don't have a sponsor. Now, if you don't know what a sponsor is a guy who's been here already, met this girl, maybe they've had a relationship, and then he's had to go home. But at home, he'll send her money every month. He's under the mindset that they're still together, that they're dating. Maybe he even thinks that she's not even working at the bar anymore. You never know what she told him. And so he'll be sending her money every month. And she might have multiple guys doing that. It's really hard to tell what situation she's in. Next one that kind of goes along with that is that she'll say that she doesn't have any kids. Because obviously that is something that for many men, if they know that the girl they're talking to has kids, it's kind of a non-starter. Because maybe they are looking for something more, maybe they are looking for a relationship with a girl, and they don't want to get into the hassle or the difficulties of trying to raise Thai kids, if that, is in their mind. Either way, it causes something that could cause a lot of friction and potentially, as she sees it, cause her to lose a customer. And so she'll say that she doesn't have kids, even if she does. Usually how it works here is that if a girl does have kids and works in a bar, those kids will then go and live with her mom and dad in the village or wherever they live. And the kids will stay there and she'll go visit them every once in a while. But she'll be sending money back to her parents from working in the bar. And now the last one that really goes along with that is that she doesn't like Thai men. This is a common thing for the girls here to say, is that they don't like Thai men, they prefer foreigners. Now this is, again, it's all trying to get you to want to be with this woman, spend more time with her, and potentially see the possibility of a relationship. Because she doesn't like Thai men, she wants a foreigner. Oh, look at me, I'm a foreigner, I could fit that bill. And so these kind of things work together in order to get you to become closer and closer to like her more and more. If you are interested in nightlife or in bars and bar businesses here in Thailand, please check out my membership. I've recently launched a membership where like-minded people, all people who are interested in Thailand nightlife or potentially open a business here in Thailand, have joined, where we can group together, help each other out to really succeed together. And if you're even just interested in meeting other people who are in Thailand, who enjoy nightlife or who just enjoy grabbing a beer on occasion, then please do join. We have meetups twice a month where we'll get together and chat and enjoy the local nightlife. The link is in the description below. Now the one lie that really doesn't fit into the 3 stages is when the girl will start asking you to buy her friends drinks. At this point, she's probably, had quite a few drinks from you. You're smitten, you like this woman, you want to make her happy, and so she wants to get you to buy her friends a drink. Maybe she'll say that her friend has not had a drink tonight, or her friend recently broke up with her boyfriend, or maybe she'll say her friend just started working in the bar. And so she'll ask you to buy her friend a drink. And now, she does this to spread the wealth around, to spread the drinks around so that everybody's making money. If that friend was in a similar situation where she had somebody who was buying her drinks, getting her a lot of drinks, was very smitten, she would try to do the same thing. She would try to get that other friend a drink. And so this is just something that they do to try to make money for everybody. So anyways, on to stage 3. Stage 3 is really what they're trying to do to set you up for later, to get you coming back. Now, again, like I said in the past, Chiang Mai is not the same as the rest of the areas in Thailand. It's not the same as Pad Thai, Bangkok, or Phuket, where these places, bar fines are very normal in these bars. In Chiang Mai, it happens. Of course it happens, but it does not happen all the time. There'll be a handful of people who bar fine a girl in a given couple days, maybe even up to a week. It does not happen a lot. The girls here want to keep you in the bar, keep you drinking, and then keep you on the hook for later. And so that's what they're really trying to do at this point. They're trying to get you to want to keep coming back and keep coming to see them. And so they'll tell you that, they love you, that they don't feel like this about any other customer, that they're crazy about you, that they just are so excited to see you, that they like you so much. Whatever they need to do to want you to keep coming back. And now, at the end of the night, you might have been drinking with this girl all night, buying her drinks, and then you do want to bar fine her. You do want to take her home for the night. and she'll potentially say that she can't. Maybe she can't because the mama-san, who's the manager of the bar, won't let her go, or maybe she'll say that, she just can't, she's too drunk, she's too tired, she just wants to go home. And she'll apologize and make up whatever excuse she needs to do so that she doesn't have to. Like, yes, some do, and maybe she will, but a lot of them will make up these excuses so that they don't actually have to go home with you. Some cases, that's true. If you're trying to take a girl out of a bar in Chiang Mai at, like 8 or 9 o'clock on a Friday night, the owner might not be too happy about it because that's when it's busy, and these Chiang Mai bars do not have the same number of girls as the bars in Patti do, for instance. So they can't really spare losing a girl for the entire night. Maybe they only have 5 or 6 girls. They can't lose a Friday night, lose one girl. You're losing a lot of money. Either way, they might say something like that to make it so that you're maybe upset, but you're not as upset about not being able to take her home that night. And that leads to the next day. You've had an amazing night with a woman. Maybe you did take her home, or maybe you didn't. But either way, you got her number that night, and now you're trying to text her, you want to talk to her, you want to see her again. Maybe you want to see her during the day. And she'll probably not respond. A lot of these girls do sleep all day. They sleep until 5 p.m. sometimes. But either way, even if she's not sleeping, she probably won't respond until it's getting close to 5 or 6 p.m. And then the biggest lie they tell you is that they can't come see you, though that they slept all day and they have to go straight to work. Or they're busy and have to go straight to work. But come to work. I want to see you. I miss you. Come and buy me a drink. Come treat me to a drink, they might say. These are common things to try to continue the cycle because they want you to keep coming back to the bar, keep buying them drinks in the bar, and spending money on them where they can make a lot of money while staying in the bar, while not angering their manager, their mama-san, or getting in any trouble, and still getting drinks. Now, from an owner's point of view, this is not a bad thing. You want customers to be spending money in the bar to coming back and seeing your girls. Some of the girls who make the most money for these bars are the ones who never go with customers, but are really good at getting the customer to think that they want to go with them. That maybe if that customer comes back day after day, eventually he'll be the one to get to go with her. So it is a game that they have to play, but it is something to watch out for. That if you are looking for something more, you are looking for that type of experience, these are some warning signs. There's some things that you got to watch out for because they are commonplace here in Chiang Mai. Now, I hope that was informative. I hope that kind of gave you some insight into the bar culture or the girls here in the lady bars here in Chiang Mai. If you do have any questions at all, or if something like this has happened to you, please leave it in the comments below. Cheers.